Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Steven, aka Storm, and we're back for some more of the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard, and it is time to engage in the Deadlands prologue quest. We are going to be diving into Oblivion itself to try to put an end to the ambitions of Mayorus Dagon. Just a couple of quick housekeeping things. There is an event going on right now, the Bounties of Blackwood quest line. We'll be handling some of that off screen. I ain't gonna do any of that on screen. Although I might at least do one daily quest so that way I can get the maximize my reward boxes, because I really don't want to do the world bosses off screen. So we'll see how long it takes to do the prologue quest. If it doesn't take too long, we might just go ahead and jump in and do a couple dailies while on screen. That way the bosses aren't done off screen. Let's go over here, and also I need to turn in that. I need to turn in that quest. But that's fine. I can do that at any point. It's not anything pressing at all. What we did was we took the we got the quest for Red Petal Bastion, so we could get the Undaunted keys, so that's why we have a quest to turn in there. Hey Joe, welcome to the stream. Hope you're ready for some Deadlands shenanigans. Alright, so we are looking for a person with the quest icon over their heads. I could always cheat if need be, but I would prefer not to have to cheat. I don't want to spend too long looking for them either, so. Oh, there we go. Rogatina Senna is who we're looking for.
The Dread Lady described you well. Come and speak with me.
It's a nightmare.
Ah, adventurer, this is your lucky day, where once the Dread Lady sent my pitiful brother to convey her words to you. This time, Lyranth has sent her true prophet, me. I bear a message from my lovely and powerful mistress. Listen and be enlightened.
A message from a Dremora? What is it?
The Dread Lady requires a mortal's perspective. She finds the situation merely curious, but says it has apocalyptic consequences for our plane of existence. Congratulations, mortal. She has chosen you, and she promises compensation if you survive.
You seem rather calm about delivering an apocalyptic message from a Dremora.
Calm, I suppose. But I have faith in Lyranth, and she seems to have faith in you. I'll mark the destination on your map. Plus, I secured transportation. The regal, sweet daffodil. Oh, and take this pendant. You'll need it when you get there.
Alright, I'll let Sweet Daffodil take me to your Dread Lady.
Sweet Daffodil will whisk you directly to the location. Once there, you must get past the creatures that roam the place to find Lyranth's hidden lair. The pendant will alert you when the time comes to use it. Then, just follow the trail of energy.
How will the pendant reveal Lyranth's hidden location?
Isn't it obvious? The pendant contains an epiphany blood ruby. It tingles when it senses residual portal magic. Use it, and it will lead you to Lyranth's lair. How ironic. She chose you to assist her. Not her prophet, but you. A heathen adventurer.
Lyranth and the Dremora and I go way back.
Yes, I am aware of your relationship with my mistress. It may not be as intimate as mine, but she does seem to have a certain fondness for you. Still, we must not use her name so casually. Enemies abound and mortals become skittish so easily.
Lyranth is fond of me?
Oh, not in any romantic or mortal interpretation of the word. Not even in the way a child is fond of a puppy or kitten. Dremora aren't like us. You must have realized that by now. But my mistress finds you interesting. Yes, that's the word.
Sorry about that. Yeah, she's really jealous. You mentioned enemies?
A group of Dagonists known as the Order of the Waking Flame has
Yeah, I
taken a
saw.
theory
Sorry,
my
I bumped the
mistress's
controller
activities
trying to
of
get to my
late.
inhaler. I
They
was having
are
a little trouble
of
breathing.
real concern to her, but I don't want to attract their attention. I suggest you take similar precautions.
You remind me of Rogus Xena.
Please, I am nothing like my insipid older brother. Nothing at all. I am the Dread Lady's true prophet, her voice resounding in the mortal realm, her herald on the plain of Nirn.
Rogus also claimed to be Laurent's prophet.
My dim-witted brother claims to be many things. The Dread Lady and I allow him his delusions. Makes it easier to get him to accomplish the few tasks that aren't beyond his limited skill set. You should feel honored that this time my mistress sent me.
So, besides delivering messages for the Dread Lady, what does a prophet do exactly?
Speaking the words of some higher power is the standard definition of a prophet. And there is no higher power than my mistress, no matter what the other temples or shrines may tell you. I do whatever the Dread Lady asks, and am honored to do so.
Sweet Daffodil is an unusual mount, isn't she?
That she is. Although gender isn't what you imagine when it comes to classifying Daedric entities. It took a lot of effort to summon her to this plane, just to provide you with convenient transportation. My mistress insisted, however, so I complied.
Is it safe?
Sweet Daffodil would never harm a flesh fly, let alone a favored curiosity of the Dread Lady. But just to be on the safe side, I suggest not getting too close to her fiery bits.
Well, that doesn't make me feel better. Alright, let us ride Sweet Daffodil. What could possibly go wrong? Fort Greenwall is where we're headed. So this is a place in the Rift. Good gracious. Oh hey, there's a quest I've never picked up there. I haven't finished this delve, have I? No, I haven't. Well, while I'm here, I'm gonna have to come here eventually anyways. I'm not gonna touch that keg right now, actually, come to think of it. I know what happens when you touch the keg. Hold on, I gotta respond to this. Sorry, Guild Mother says she hopes that we are behaving, so I had to, inform her that I am not in fact behaving. Alright, I should be back in just a second. Residual portal energy. I'm going to go make sure that this place is... Did I just get a blackwood mint? Oh, okay, I got a blackwood recipe. May as well finish this delve while I'm here. Now, I know where the portal is. It'll be fine. Here, I'll just quickly throw a marker down and I'll find it again. Since we're here already, we may as well finish it. Oh cool, I got killed 10 humanoids. Completed. Fort Greenwall. It's gotta find the Sky Shard and we can go ahead and proceed with the prologue quest.
Get back, you fetcher!
That's one less delve I'll have to do when I go back to the Rift later. Yay! That's not the way I want to go. I think it's this way I gotta go. Oh, yep, there's a lore buck, so I think I'm going the right way now.
Ooh, that was a bit of a warm-up.
Alright, got that, and I believe the Sky Shard is, yep, right down here. Sorry, Suspicious Keg. I might be back for you one day, or I might not. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Man, these guys spawn back really quick. Residual portal energy. There we go. We're on our way to Loranth.
The blade. Remove the blade.
Well, that doesn't look good. I'm not a doctor, but... I'm not a doctor, but I'm fairly certain this isn't good, so...
Damn enchanted blade. I'll need to figure out how they were able to use it to trap me. But first, we need to talk.
Hey, Loranth.
Ah, little mortal. Your timing is impeccable as always. Of course, if you had arrived just a few moments earlier, I might not have wound up with that damn blade stuck in my chest.
What happened here, Loranth?
Must I say it? That the Dremora you know and admire had a lapse in judgment? That she failed to take her surroundings into account when she opened her portal? Very well, little mortal. I erred, and the Waking Flame took advantage of the opportunity.
The Waking Flame?
The Order of the Waking Flame, to be precise. Fanatics devoted to Mehrunes Dagon, the Daedric Prince of Destruction. 2 of the cultists followed before the portal closed and surprised me. Incapacitated me with that enchanted blade.
Were they trying to kill you?
Quite the opposite. The blade carries a unique enchantment I've never encountered before. It paralyzed me. Gave them the time they needed to portal in others and ransack the place. Quickly, check my coffer. Make sure the velvet pouch is still safe.
All this trouble for a velvet pouch?
It's what the velvet pouch contains that matters. I'm still attempting to ascertain its purpose, but since the Dagonists want it, it must be important. My coffer rests on the nearby pedestal. Check on it while I examine this accursed blade.
Ragatina said that the situation was apocalyptic. Care to explain?
Why do mortals insist on receiving every detail, no matter how insignificant or profound, before they accomplish the task at hand? Apocalyptic. Just what you might imagine where the Daedric Prince of Destruction is concerned.
Does this have anything to do with what we found in the Red Petal Bastion?
As a matter of fact, it does. The velvet pouch contains the relic I acquired for services rendered. Now go. Make sure the relic remains safe in its pouch. The Dagonists also sought it, So that's reason enough to want to keep it out of their hands.
Remind me of the Prince of Destruction in the Waking Flame.
Mehrunes Dagon is a powerful Daedric prince, ruler of the Deadlands and the so-called god of disaster and revolution. His mortal followers call themselves the Order of the Waking Flame. They are his devoted servants here on Nirn.
Is this related to Levaic's secret and the Four Ambitions?
Perhaps, but I have yet to establish a firm link between these activities and those related to the Longhouse Emperor's plots. Regardless, I have every indication that Dagon seeks to unleash destruction upon this plane of existence.
Why go to all the trouble of an enchanted blade instead of just killing you?
Dremora are difficult to kill, and that's doubly true where I'm concerned. Besides, we don't actually die, not as mortals do. Our essence simply returns to oblivion, and we are reconstituted. How long that takes varies. The blade was more prudent.
More prudent, how so?
The Dagonists went to great lengths to forge a blade capable of trapping a Dremora inside its incapacitated body. Instead of simply slaying this form and risking I would return too quickly, they chose to entrap me.
Can they do that to you whenever they want?
I need to study the magic to be sure, but I don't think so. An enchantment of that magnitude is complex and requires a multitude of resources. I doubt they have other such blades just lying around and ready to use. I will be more cautious, however.
That's probably up for the best.
It's gone, isn't it? Search the rest of my lair. Find the cultist I wounded before the blade brought me low.
Waking Flame! Death to the cultist! Almost left one alive. That was a mistake.
I knew I delivered a killing blow. Surprised he made it this far before collapsing. Search the body and retrieve my stolen item.
Pat him down, pat him down.
Show me what you found, mortal.
It's not good news, Lorith.
Well, little mortal? Did you recover the item that maggot stole from my coffer? Was it in one of his pockets, as I suspected?
No, all I found was this letter.
Let me see that. This letter names the maggot I killed. Devastator Rulin. And it mentions Greenshade. I wonder what they're doing in that miserable place.
They seem to be after your item specifically.
Indeed. My relic. When I learned that the cult wanted it, I decided to acquire it before they could. I covered my tracks, but apparently not well enough.
Tell me more about the relic.
There isn't much to tell. I have yet to determine the relic's purpose or function. I was just preparing to study it when the cult invaded my lair. No matter. The letter tells us where to find the Dagonists. I'll open a portal.
Very well. Open the portal. Portal to Greenshade.
I shall never get used to Nern's smell. Come, mortal. We have plans to discuss.
Look at the beautiful green shade. I barely have any of the stuff. I mean, I have actually nothing except for like one way shrine in one location discovered. And some of the lore books, but...
So much greenery in animal life. How do you mortals stand it? Never mind. Rhetorical question. Let us go deal with the Daganists and retrieve the relic they took from my lair.
How do we find the Order of the Waking Flame?
The note you discovered contains the answer. Where umbrage creeps. It can only refer to one place in this region. Shadows Crawl. I have no doubt we'll find the Daganists near there.
Shadows Crawl sounds like a big place. Any way to narrow down our search?
The Daganists use portal magic. I can smell its residue on the air. The pendant that Rogatina gave. It can be used to follow traces of portal magic in the area.
Where should I start my search?
Right here. Simply use the pendant and follow the trail of the residual magic. Then use it again once the trail turns cold. We must retrieve the relic they stole from me. I shall pursue my own investigation and meet you once we locate the cultists.
And then I would do this, but there's absolutely no reason to do so. I know exactly where we're going, so... It just otherwise leads you in a big old circle to get to... Oh, come on. Like, literally, it's right here.
How did you overcome the blade?
Never mind that. Get in and I'll close the portal.
You can try to close the portal.
So.
I don't think so.
A simple spell will keep the portal open. Mortal, this way. I expected Dagon's bootlickers to have grander accommodations than a simple cave. Look around and find my relic, mortal.
Where are we?
I assume this cave serves as a base for the Waking Flame. Not very impressive, truth be told. Come, let us find whatever hole those cultists used to store their valuables. I want the relic back in my possession before the next clan fear calls.
Alright, let's do this.
Search the area. Leave no stone unturned. We must retrieve the relic they stole from me. I hear voices up ahead. It must be the cultists.
Then on to Oblivion to see the Cataclysm in action. Hail, Dagon!
The Daganists. No better than Daydrats hiding in the bowels of these caves.
You're almost done here. Then on to Oblivion to see the Cataclysm in action. Hail, Dagon! I think I'm getting good at this.
Man, somebody just brought, like, just trained up a whole bunch of them instead of killing them.
Lecture more. Coming here was a mistake, Mirren.
I think you made a mistake for challenging us.
Finally! Search the camp and find my relic, little mortal.
Yes, yes, this will work perfectly. Perfectly! By combining the ritual with various components of Daedric design, I believe we can use the Cataclysm to overcome the natural resistance of the Daedra in order to transfer them into something altogether new and different. Very exciting. Biting, fighting, exciting, writing. I cannot wait to see the device in operation. And then we have a sketch of the...
We're almost done here. Then on
Oh, we saw one of these in the Dread Cellar.
Hail Dagon.
Curious drawings. Definitely mechanical. But what was that about transforming Daedra? Intriguing. The relic is...
Yeah, that's the relic. Let's get that last. I want to get this other thing first. Waking Flame Correspondence. This is quite long, actually, but this is basically just the orders that send the Devastator to retrieve the portal key from Lynyrith.
So this Sister Seldina wants my relic. And she provided directions on how to use it. Interesting.
And this is Lynyrith's relic.
Well done, mortal. You found my relic. Give it to me. A letter that conveniently lays out the cult's plans. Schematics for some strange device. And my relic. Not bad for a day's labor. These items tell me much about what the Daganists are up to.
So, what does the letter signify?
That this Sister Seldina had the audacity to order the cultists to steal my relic. And she gave them the damn blade that incapacitated me. She calls the relic a portal key. Claims it leads to some sort of base in Oblivion.
A base in Oblivion?
Yes. From which they plan to unleash disasters upon your world. I suspect it has something to do with these schematics. A diagram for some sort of device they call the Cataclysm. It has some purpose regarding Daedric transformation. Intriguing.
I encountered something called a Cataclysm at the Dread Cellar.
So I was told. The battle mages and I have exchanged information. Details concerning the Cataclysm and its function were severely limited, however. Suffice it to say, I suspect the device plays into their plan to unleash disasters upon your realm.
So what now?
My minion had better have completed the preparations I assigned her. Come.
Hail Dagon.
Alright, through the portal.
Mistress, the adventurer approaches.
This is just a overview of the mission again.
Got lucky, little mortal. The letter we found indicated that Sister Seldina wanted the portal key brought to her after the cultists recovered it. For whatever reason, that didn't happen. Perhaps they were waiting for Devastator Rulin to return.
Devastator Rulin, that's the cultist you managed to kill in your lair, right?
Yes, and whose corpse now rests before us. He will serve my purpose as well, I think. Time enough for that later. For now, take this. I understand that your kind expects such treats after performing clever tricks for your betters.
Ha.
Questions about the Order of the Waking Flame still linger, little mortal. And the danger posed to your plane of existence hasn't abated. We can still help each other if you are willing.
What do you need me to do?
Before we make use of the portal key, we must complete our own preparations. Then we can find the cult's base in Oblivion and determine their plans for the Cataclysm. You must acquire the root of a fluster fume plant and a tincture of befuddlement.
Why do we need roots in a tincture?
The relic opens a portal to Oblivion, most likely the Deadlands. Regardless, we can't just stroll in and expect them to reveal their plans. I'll use those items to create a potion to fool them. It will make you appear to be the corpse lying here.
Alright, also, there is a closing phrase. Yes, good boy. Yes, very well, good boy. Alright, I'll get the Fluster Flume Root and the Tincture of Befuddlement for you.
Flusterfume plants grow nearby, southeast in the caves of Camp Gushnikbar. As for the Tincture of Befuddlement, I believe Orion the Alchemist may have one at the outpost south of Bramble Beach. Return here when you have acquired both.
The potion you plan to create will make me look just like the dead cultist?
No. It will make you look like the dead cultist when he was still among the living. That's the intent, anyway. I am not much of an alchemist, but I believe I can make this work. Mortal flesh is much more malleable than you would imagine.
Tell me more about the Flusterflum root.
A little-known plant, the Flusterfume has a wide variety of alchemical applications. For our purposes, the root will suffice. That's where all the confusion-inspiring properties congregate. It will help muddle the minds of those you encounter.
What's a Tincture of Befuddlement?
Consider it an enhancement for the potion I'll create. A strengthening agent, if you will. It provides the necessary layer of bewilderment that will reinforce your disguise.
And where can I get this tincture?
An alchemist I know has a supply. Orion. You can find her at the outpost south of Bramble Beach. Tell her the tincture is from me, and give her some of those yellow rocks you mortals are so fond of. Then return back to me.
Remind me, why is the portal key so important?
When I learned the cult sought the relic, I acquired it first. Then they stole it from me, and I employed your assistance to retrieve it. During that escapade, we learned that the relic was a portal key to a waking flame base in Oblivion.
And why is it important that we sneak into the base?
My interests in these matters are strictly curiosity. I want to know more about their strange cataclysm device and its ultimate purpose. You, I assume, want to stop the cult from unleashing the disasters of Mehrunes Dagon upon the mortal realm.
That's a pretty fair point. And you think we can accomplish all that by sneaking into their base?
No, but we can both get closer to our goals. We know that a cult leader called Sister Seldina is expecting our dead cultist to bring the portal key to her. And we know she plans to test the cataclysm. We need to be there to witness that test.
Alrighty. Let us go and get these items for the Dread Lady. Green Shade. We'll be here eventually. Not for some time, but we will be here eventually to do the story quest for the Elmeri Dominion, so it'll be a while before we get to it, but we will eventually come here to do the story quest.
Off we go.
Hold on, let me change my mount, because I've got a new mount, actually. Heavyweights. The Dragonic Quizarif. It's some kind of Daedric Griffin. Ooh, and I got knocked off my mount. There's a main quest, but we're not going to do that for a bit. Let's go get the root first, because we're actually going to fight our way to the root. My other characters didn't have to fight their way here. It was already all pacified, so all we had to do was walk in and get the root. But unfortunately with this character I haven't done the quest here yet, so all these guys are still here. Just for fun.
So the
They're
Wood
coming
Elves
for
have a
us.
friend who's not afraid to fight. Good. Give me your best.
Alright, so we got the tincture. Or we got the root. Let's go get the tincture. And we can head back to Labyrinth. You can't catch me, I'm too fast, and now I'm gonna jump off of a cliff. Woohoo!
The tincture is ready, but are you sure you want to deal with that woman?
That woman is very powerful, and I've enjoyed my discussions with her. What did she call herself? A prophet? So, what brings you to our little outpost, traveler? If you're looking for something specific, I must warn you that my alchemical stocks are severely limited at this point in time.
I was told you might have a Tincture of Befuddlement for purchase.
Ah, you must be another one of the Dread Lady's followers. I've had a number of pleasant conversations with her prophet Rogatina, and I even got to meet the Dread Lady once. She mentioned she might have need of such a tincture, so I brewed one up.
Lorraine sent me to acquire the tincture, so...
No disrespect intended, but I was hoping she'd come to pick it up herself. I so looked forward to basking in her glorious presence again. Ah well, perhaps next time. Here you go, and don't bother about the cost. It's a gift for the Dread Lady.
Well, I see Lorraine's following is growing.
You saved our high and mighty queen. Name should have had the crown.
Marbrunk Outlaw's Refuge.
No, I understand. If you change your mind, I'll be here. You, over here.
Just in time, little mortal. Place the root and the tincture in the cauldron.
Placing in the cauldron, boss.
The root you found was a perfect specimen, and the tincture just the right shade of distraction. The potion should work perfectly now.
I assume there's more to your plan than just the potion of disguise.
Of course. Wheels within wheels and all that. After you drink the potion and disguise yourself as a waking flame cultist, I will pretend to be your prisoner. Not only are you returning with the portal key, you're bringing them a gift. Me.
Remind me, who am I impersonating again?
Devastator Rulin, the worm who led the craven attack on my lair. He had the good fortune of dying by my hand before his associate incapacitated me with that damn blade. You will pretend to be the cultist, and I shall pretend to be your prisoner.
And what will you do with that portal key?
Sister Saldina's letter explained how to align the segments of the portal key. I shall set it accordingly and open a doorway to whatever realm the cult is using as a base. You drink from the cauldron and step through. Then our charade begins.
No, not that. The cauldron. I'm no longer a lizard.
The disguise is perfect.
I'm a real boy.
Now, I shall activate the portal key. Then, step through and assume your role. I shall
Stepping
do
through the
same.
portal. Surprised they didn't make, unique load screens for these locations, but whatever. Maybe they just forgot to add them, or they just didn't make them at all.
Definitely not Nern. Let's look around.
This doesn't look like the Deadlands either, to be honest. There's Waking Flame banners, though. Oh, but that's definitely not the Deadlands.
This is Fargrave. Interesting. We must find the
Look at that
Daedalus
city.
to determine what they're doing here.
Or fortress, or whatever.
This obscure corner of Oblivion is known only as Fargrave. I certainly didn't expect the portal key to lead us here.
Fargrave, never heard of the place.
I wouldn't have expected you to. The inhabitants prefer their privacy. It's a realm without a prince, which gives them a modicum of freedom. And it's a crossroads of sorts. A way station between Nern and the rest of Oblivion.
A way station?
Once you find your way to Fargrave, the paths through Oblivion become easier to navigate. Daedra and mortals alike can be found here, engaging in trade on a planar level. I begin to grasp why the Waking Flame have set up operations here.
What do you mean?
With no prince, the accords that make it harder for other realms to connect to Nern do not apply. Once they learn the way, with relics such as the portal key, the Waking Flame can move through Fargrave with impunity to reach Nern and the Deadlands.
Why do you think they need easy access between the two realms?
Not for any reason that won't give you nightmares, little mortal. Now, let's find the cultists so you can present your prisoner. Then we shall learn what we can about the cult's plans and the true purpose of the Cataclysm.
Devastator Rulin? Is that you? We fear the Dremora killed you, and who's that beside you? Is that Lyrinth the Dremora? I'm impressed, Devastator. I didn't imagine your mission would yield such notable results.
I assumed the Order would appreciate the gift of this magnitude.
Indeed. And the Fargrave Cataclysm could use a new Daedric entity. For the next test, of course. I'll let you present her to Sister Seldina personally.
Where will I find Sister Chaldea?
Right through that door. I'm sure Sister Seldina will want to hear all about your mission. And we've yet to attempt to use the Cataclysm on a Daedra of Lyrinth's caliber. I expect the results will be quite informative.
Seldina. Okay. Or Seldina.
So, the mortal returns from its mission, and it brings a prisoner. How unexpected. And I assumed Lyrinth was more capable. I would never allow myself to be captured by one such as you. Still, Nakfrost may want to question her before the next test.
Not Kravaz. Is he someone important?
Does Sister Seldina not teach her Devastators anything of import? Volkinas Nakfrost is a favorite of Lord Dagon, sent here to ensure Seldina doesn't mangle the Cataclysm project. Such endeavors are too vital to leave completely in mortal hands.
I thought Sister Seldina was in charge here.
You're a mortal, but do you have to be so naive? Sister Seldina has her place, and she will keep it for as long as she proves worthy. When she no longer serves a meaningful purpose, Nokvras will take action. Until then, step carefully, Devastator.
After the failure at the Dread Cellar, your Fargrave Cataclysm must perform as promised, Seldina.
The device will work as intended, Nokvras. Ah, here comes the Devastator now.
Not you, Mary.
Devastator, you honor me. How can a lowly acolyte serve you?
I just returned, Acolyte. What happened here at the base?
The Cataclysm initiative proceeds apace. Sister Seldina continues to make adjustments and improvements with every version of the device. I understand we're about to witness a new demonstration. I can't wait to see it perform as intended.
Do you know the catalyst does, Acolyte?
Is this some sort of test, Devastator? The Cataclysm is our great work, our role in the larger purpose of the Order of the Waking Flame. We will use the device to bless Daedra with the power of living disasters, and then unleash them on Nirn.
What does the catalyst relate to our attempts to find the four ambitions?
The ambitions? Another sect within the Order is dealing with that. Our mission is to perfect the Cataclysts and prepare incarnates to release onto Nirn. Daedra empowered with the energy of living disasters. The destruction will be glorious.
There must be some connection.
Well, as I understand it, both the ambitions and the Cataclysts utilize the same magic and rituals. Lord Dagon never relies on a single path. Ours are just two of his plans for conquering Nirn. Once the Cataclyst is perfected, we'll be rewarded.
Do you know how the okay, I already asked that. Moving along.
Devastator Rulin, you've returned. And with a prize, I see. Impressive. We thought for sure that the Dremora got the better of you and your team. I'm almost glad to see we were wrong.
Seeing as I just returned, care to enlighten me about what's been going on here at the base?
Our forces are in place. Soon, Fargrave will belong to the Waking Flame. We will be able to operate openly and without concern. And Sister Seldina has made great strides in perfecting the Cataclysm. No thanks to Volcanaz Nokvras.
Isn't the Dremora our ally?
Ally, yes. Friend, not so sure. Like others of his kind, he considers himself the better of mortals such as ourselves. And he barely tolerates that Sister Seldina is in charge of this operation. Sometimes I think he'd love to slaughter us all.
What does any of this have to do with the four ambitions?
The weapons created by the Longhouse Emperors? I suppose they were created using the same techniques we've employed in the Cataclysm, but our device is far superior. Whereas the ambitions are four extremely powerful weapons, we can create an army.
That's actually kind of scary, because the ambitions by themselves are extremely powerful. Hello, sister.
Devastator Rulin. I assume the blade did its job? Of course it did. How else could you capture Lyrin the Dremora? She has been a thorn in our side for much too long. Well done. But what about the portal key? Were you able to recover it?
The portal key and the Wrath for you, Sister Seldina.
A remarkable achievement, Devastator. And fortunate as well. We're about to perform another test with the Fargrave Cataclysm, and Nokvraz is hesitant to provide me with any more of his precious Daedra. Lyrinth should do very nicely.
The Fargrave Cataclysm will perform annually, I'm sure.
I hope that's not skepticism or sarcasm I hear in your voice, Devastator. I get enough of that from Nokvraz. Despite the setback at the Dread Cellar, I have every faith in the device. Soon we will unleash an army of living disasters upon Nirn.
Living disasters?
Did your Doombringer tell you nothing? The Cataclysm enhances Daedra, transforms them into incarnates of disasters. First, we take control of this pitiful demiplane. Then, we launch our assault using Fargrave's connections to Nirn.
Oh, worthy plan, Sister Seldina.
Worthy? It is brilliant. Sentries, take the Dremora and place her in the Cataclysm. Devastator, enter the Cataclysm chamber when you're ready. Then the demonstration will begin.
Lorenz, are you sure about this? This seems like a really bad idea. Nope, you're going in, so... Mary, keep your staff ready just in case.
Devastator ruling. For your excellent service to the Order, I award you with the privilege of activating the Fargrave Cataclysm. Touch the rune and witness the transformative power of the Cataclysm. Lord Dagon's blessing will turn Lyrinth into disaster incarnate.
Do what you must, flee. Lyrinth, I have seen enough. I will be free.
The Dremora damaged the Cataclysm. Duke of Fire, destroy them!
Shut it down! We must preserve the Cataclysm.
Huh. I'm in return to my normal form.
Deal with the Havikrell, mortal. I'll open a portal back to Nirn.
Bring it.
Please don't fetch and get me killed.
Destroyed for your audacity.
That's a nice act.
For a mortal flea.
Farewell. Let's get out of here, Mary.
Now, little mortal, flee! The energy emanating from the Cataclysm is interfering with my magic. We must find a place where I can open a portal.
Maybe I should have joined the buoyant armigers. Never used to fight this much until I met you.
This is far enough. I will open a portal out of this place. Quickly, into the portal.
Right, we were right back in Nirn.
Nonsense. Merely a scratch. You did well, little mortal. Sister Saldina and her cultists never suspected a thing. And we returned richer than when we departed.
Richer, you were almost turned into a monster by the Cataclysm.
That was never going to happen. My bonds were illusory, and it was a simple enough task to free myself once you activated the Cataclysm. I observed long enough to grasp the workings of the machine. Then I made my escape.
But what did we learn?
We learned that Sister Saldina's faction of the cult has a base in Fargrave, and they plan to conquer that obscure plane of oblivion to use as some sort of staging ground for their nefarious machinations.
And what did you learn about the Cataclysm?
The power surging through the device carries the tinge of Mehrunes Dagon. It seems it is designed to imbue a Daedra with the energy of a single disaster and transform it into an incarnate. They plan to unleash these horrors on Nirn.
Did you destroy the Cataclysm?
Perhaps. Noctvraz seemed to think so. I bought us time to consider, to plan. Sister Saldina can make more such devices, however. Eventually. But did you see? Noctvraz despises Saldina. Perhaps we can use that.
I still don't understand why you're interested in all of this.
And you don't have to. Just know that the cult plans to unleash destruction on your world. Now, I must contemplate. The device. It can change Daedra. I must return to Fargrave. I will summon you when I learn more. Until then, you have my thanks.
Alright.
So many avenues to ponder. Sister Sildina and the Waking Flame. The Cataclysts. Valkanaz, Noctvraz, and Mehrunes Dagon's role in all this. I shall return to Fargrave and see what else I can learn. I'll call upon you when I need you, little mortal.
Do you know that Dremora?
No, never met him before, but I've heard of him. One of Dagon's fiercest generals. A soldier in his ongoing quest to satisfy his insatiable hunger for destruction. It appears he was ordered to work with Sister Saldina, and I don't think he likes it.
What was it like when the Cataclysm was activated?
Like being in the eye of a storm. A deluge of raging infernos, devastating earthquakes, and apocalyptic floods. The energy would have transformed me had I not acted. I could feel the promise of power, and the strange sensation of change.
What do you need to return to Fargrave?
Because that is where Sister Saldina is. The cult has ambitious plans for the demiplane. We delayed those plans, but we didn't stop them. I will find out what I can and then send for you. Assuming you still want to save your world, that is?
Of course I do. And that is where we're going to end off for today, everybody. I want to thank you for watching. If you did, that was the prologue for the Deadlands quest. The only thing left in the Gates of Oblivion's year-long event is the actual Deadlands storyline, which will be coming November 16th for the PlayStation 4, which is what, of course, what I play on. So when that comes out, the Sunday it comes out, we're going to be starting the Deadlands. But until then, we're going to continue working on going back to zones we haven't finished and getting things done there. I'm going to return to Auradon. Auradon is where we're going to be working and finishing things up this week. And of course, after that, we will continue from there. I want to thank you for watching. If you did, I hope to catch you next time as we continue the Elder Scrolls Online as Reewish, the Mighty Battle Lizard. Thank you, and please enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Goodbye.